Therefore, I can put to Mr. P-Chidambaram, who's joining us on the broadcast as well. Mr. Chidambaram, there is a question being asked by the opposition from the current Home Minister of this country. You've been Home Minister of this country as well. The BJP says that give the Home Minister time, the people who have been detained and arrested are still being questioned. When the Home Minister speaks on the floor of the House, it cannot be a half-baked job. He needs to have all facts at hand before he comes and addresses Parliament. Just give him time. Is that a reasonable ask?
We say that the Home Minister should not be given time. Where should he come and ask for time? He's asking the media. Why can't he come to Parliament and say, this is the information I have. I'm collecting more information. Please give me more time. I'll share with you from time to time and share the information that he has today. The only place where he should speak is Parliament. He can't speak to the media. He can't speak to the newspapers and convey the response to the members of Parliament. What is Parliament for?
But the Home Minister, in the said event that you're talking about, has said that this is the opposition this is a matter of national security, and matters of national security should not be politicized, something that the opposition is doing right now by creating all the hangama that they have in the last 48 hours.
Who is politicizing the incident? We are not. Because the Home Minister refuses to come to Parliament, that refusal is made a political issue. If he came to Parliament, there'll be no political issue. There'll be only a security issue, and we will discuss the security issue. Who is converting the security issue into a political issue? It's the Home Minister and the government who are converting a purely security breach into a political battle.
Mr. Chidambaram, how do you view the fact that the day after possibly the biggest breach in India's parliamentary history, the Home Minister of the country and the Prime Minister don't come to Parliament? They are not seen in Parliament. Is it a bit odd, or is it something that is acceptable to you?
It's shocking. It's completely unacceptable. Remember when the Mumbai terror attack took place, I was shifted from the Finance Ministry to the Home Ministry. I took charge on, I think, the 1st of December. And within a day or two, I think Parliament was in session. Within a day or two, I came to Parliament and made a long statement. You make a long statement, you make a short statement, you make an incomplete statement, you make a complete statement, but state it in Parliament. What is Parliament for? Parliament is not a rubber stamp to rubber stamp the bills that you bring to Parliament and to answer questions, some inane answers to questions. That is not Parliament. Parliament is for debate. Imagine if this had happened in the British Parliament. The Prime Minister, the Home Secretary would have been before Parliament that afternoon and shared information, and of course admitted that there has been a lapse and shared information with Parliament, and the Parliament members would have naturally posed questions to them, and they would have said, to the extent we are able to answer, we will answer questions, but we will come back tomorrow, we will come back day after. In fact, if I was in his position, I'll come back every day or every other day to share updated information.
Why do you think the current Home Minister is not doing that?
He's not. I don't know why. One reason is they are contempt for Parliament. This government has treated Parliament contemptuously. They don't want to debate anything in Parliament. Remember, the Chinese incursion has not been discussed in Parliament so far. It's almost now, 2-3 years since the Chinese incursions took place. The Chinese incursions in Jawaharlal Nehru's time were discussed in Parliament. Stalwarts discussed it. There's no shame in discussion. There's no shame in admitting a lapse. Any government will suffer a lapse. This government has suffered a lapse. I'm not asking the government to resign. I'm not asking the Home Minister to resign. All that we are saying is come to Parliament, make a statement, admit the lapse, and explain it on the basis of information that you have. And then what follows later will follow later.
Okay. Mr. Chidambaram, then I do want to seek your views on the suspension of 14 MPs from the opposition. One from the House that you occupy, the Rajya Sabha, and 13 from the Lok Sabha. What's your view on what happened?
It's again unacceptable. It's the Speaker and the Chairman who have suspended the members after moving a resolution in the House. So I don't want to comment on it too much. It's unacceptable. An issue of a security lapse
Mr. Chidambaram,
has been converted into a parliamentary obstruction by the opposition.
Mr. Chidambaram, my last question to you, and I want to understand it from the point of view of someone who has been the Home Minister of this country. The Speaker of the House has over and over again told the opposition MPs, if you have questions, ask me. This Parliament is my responsibility. It's the responsibility of the Parliament, of the Lok Sabha Secretariat and the Rajya Sabha Secretariat. The security is our responsibility as well. The failure is ours as well. So if you have any questions, ask us. Why drag the Home Minister and the Prime Minister into it?
How does a Speaker answer questions in Parliament? In the British Parliament, the Speaker never speaks. That is the dictum of our Speaker. A Speaker never speaks. You can't ask the Speaker. He's a master of the House is the House. The Speaker regulates the House. Of course, he has administrative responsibilities for the security of Parliament. There's a Secretary General, there are officers. None of them have a right to speak in Parliament. Sorry. None of them has a right to speak in Parliament. Whatever information he wants to provide, he must provide it to the Home Minister. The Home Minister must make a statement. The Speaker can't be grilled. The Speaker can't be asked questions.
Okay, Mr. Chidambaram, we'll leave it there for the moment. Thank you very much. Let's see how things play out on Monday. Will the Home Minister of the country step into Parliament, make a statement as the opposition has been demanding? We'll just have to wait and watch. Mr. Chidambaram, thank you very much for your time and your perspective. Thank you very much indeed. On that note, yeah.
And in the meanwhile, the Home Minister should not speak to the media on Saturday and Sunday. He should, whatever he wants to say, he must come on Monday and say it in Parliament. Thank you.
All right, we'll leave it there for the moment. Thank you very much. Thank you, sir, for joining us. On that note, I'm slipping into a quick break on the show. There's more on the other side. Do stay with us.